Hi friends! So excited to share with you this story, The Little Dot, and I wrote it quite a number of years ago while teaching in a grade 3-4 class. I was inspired by the class. This story was written just before Christmas, and it was to incorporate what we were learning in geometry with the up-and-coming Christmas celebrations. The story was also written to be inclusive of all different types of celebrations of light. It does focus on a very common North American decoration that we use for Christian celebrations. And you will have to guess what it is as the story goes along. So let's get started. The Little Dot by Mary Catherine Rolston. It is dedicated to all the creative teams that become more than the sum of their parts. And I do thank my dear friend. Boys and girls, I'd like you to listen for words that are synonyms. That means they are words that have a very similar same meaning, but they sound different. Once upon a time, high up in the sky, a little dot was born. It was a teeny weeny point. Slowly but surely, it started to grow and float through the universe until it landed on a white, fluffy, misty, and foggy cloud. While gliding along, the dot looked down on the earth and watched people baking, cooking, decorating, shopping, wrapping, playing, singing, and dancing. It appeared that they were preparing for a celebration. Suddenly, the dot started to feel something inside, like butterflies in its tummy. It wanted to share in the fun. Oh, maybe the dot was feeling a little bit lonely. The dot looked around, but all it could see was mist. Reality abruptly set in. It was all alone. It felt abandoned. It felt deserted. It felt isolated. It felt empty. This little dot hollered, "Can somebody help me?" He waited a couple of minutes, and there was nothing. He yelled again, "Hello! Is anybody listening?" Still nothing. So he shrieked, "Please! Somebody help me!" In the darkness reverberated a big bang. With a shower of glitter, a delicate fairy appeared. "Oh my! You are loud for such a little dot! Dear me! I could hear you clear over at the North Pole. What can I do for you?" The dot was scared and shaking. It asked, Who are you?" The fairy answered in a very gentle voice, "Don't be afraid. I am the Christmas fairy. I couldn't help but hear your desperate cry for help. What's wrong, little dot?" "I was just gliding along in this cloud when I saw all these people sharing fun and friendship. I want to be a part of it, but I'm all alone." Little dot, at this time of year, many people celebrate special festivities of love, hope, and light. It is a special time on earth. Now let's see, if I gave you some other dots, would that help? Oh yes! Thank you! With a wave of her wand and a twirl on her toes, the fairy disappeared. In a poof, the little dot had 3 other little dots next to it. "Hi," said one, "I'm Ned." "Hi, I'm Ted."
"Hi, I'm Ed."
And then all together they said, "Now you must be Fred. We have been looking for you." "Gee, I guess I am. I never really needed a name before because I was all alone. Yes, by gosh, I am Fred." All the dots bellowed, "Let's be friends and stick together." Quick as a flash of lightning, all the dots moved together and formed a line. "Hey, look at us. Now we can have fun." So they coasted together, but in no time they said, "This is boring." Fred said, "I want to be a part of the celebrations on Earth." Ed replied, "But we are just a line. What can we contribute?" So they all shouted, "Can somebody help us?" They waited a couple of minutes and there was nothing. They yelled again, "Hello? Is anybody listening?" Still nothing. So they shrieked, "Please, can somebody help us?" Trumpets sounded and out of the haze came a big bang and a shower of glitter. Magically and mystically, the minute fairy appeared. I guess that's like a teeny tiny weeny fairy. "Oh my, you dots are loud. What can I do for you?" "We need help. We want to be part of the fun." The fairy hemmed and hawed and within 5 seconds said, "I know, I'm sending you some help. Have fun." And with that she waved her wand, twirled on her toes, and poof, disappeared, leaving another line. "Hi," all the dots said to the line. "Hi," said the line to the dots. "My name is Jed." "Hey, can you help us make something interesting for the celebrations?" So the dots in the line tried to organize themselves in a variety of formations, but all they managed were various angles and interesting lines. They were unable to create a closed shape. Boys and girls, can you identify what types of angles these are? And what are these lines called? How about this one here? Frustrated and in despair, they roared at the top of their voices, "Can somebody help us?" They waited a couple of minutes and there was nothing. They yelled again, "Hello! Is anybody listening?" Still nothing, so they shrieked, "Please, somebody help us!" Well, what do you predict is going to happen? Yes, loud bells clanged, and out of the mist came a big bang and a shower of glitter. Magically and mystically, the teeny tiny fairy reappeared. Oh my, it's Fred, Ted, Ed, Ned, and Jed. Have you still not figured out what you can make for the festivities? No, we've tried. Well, let's see. Within 10 seconds, the fairy waved her wand, twirled on her toes, and poof, disappeared, leaving another line. What kind of closed shape do you think they'll be able to make? "Howdy," the new line said enthusiastically. "My name is Zed. I hear you need some help. Watch this." In no time, Zed joined with the other two lines and presto, they had a triangle. "Hey, look at us. We look just like one of those spiky green things that hold lights." Zed said, "Yes, you are right. We look like a tree. But we need the base for our tree. The trunk. What are we going to do? We just won't look like a true tree unless we have a trunk." "We just can't call the fairy again. She already granted us 3 wishes, and fairies never grant more than 3 wishes. in a story? Oh no! Feeling very gloomy, all the dots and the lines started to quietly cry. They whispered, "They're not yelling anymore. Can somebody help us?" They waited a couple of minutes and there was nothing. Louder they asked, "Hello? Is anybody listening?" Still nothing, so they wept. "Please, can somebody help us?" Slowly and softly they heard the sounds of wind chimes, and a shower of glitter fell over everyone. The itty-bitty fairy reappeared. "She's here!" "Yes, I'm back. I know you've already made 3 wishes, but I can see you need just one more. You have worked very hard creating this special shape, and I am happy to grant you your last wish." Immediately the petite fairy hummed a tune. And within 15 seconds, she waved her wand and twirled on her toes, leaving exactly what Fred, Ted, Ed, Ned, and Zed were looking for: a rectangle for the trunk and a base of their tree. This time, though, she did not leave, but stood smiling at the stunning tree made by the dots and lines. "Now that you have created this wonderful and unique tree, we must bring it down to earth to be a part of the festivals of light and hope. But before we do, I have something to give you." Magically, the lovely miniature fairy began to hold and rub her wand. In 20 seconds, she had 2 glittery triangles in her hand, which she waved as she danced around the tree. Then carefully she placed these 2 triangles together, and presto! A star was born. Fred, Ted, Ned, Ed, and Zed were astonished. This exceptional tree needs an extraordinary crown. I present to you a star made from my wand. Wear it proud. Instantly, the tree found itself in a large room with presents at the base of its trunk. Joyfully, all the people were singing the Christmas carol, "Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree." Fred got his wish and more. Not only did Fred contribute to the festivals of light and hope, but he was able to share in love and friendship. No longer was he lonely. And friends, remember I mentioned to you to take a look at words that were synonyms? Listen for them. We've got our synonym tree. I hope you all enjoy your Christmas and have great fun decorating your trees. Yes, as you joyfully celebrate the Festival of Light.